Welcome back to my English Cap. Hope you will enjoy learning with me. Wind by Subramanya Bharati. Chinnaswamy Subramanya Bharati was a great Tamil poet, famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. Wind was written originally in Tamil by Subramanya Bharati. A.K. Ramanujan was an Indian poet and scholar of Indian literature who wrote in both English and Kannada. Well known for his translation of classical and modern poetry, the English version of this poem was translated by him. The poem Wind is an example of modern poetry written in free verse with unequal and unrhyming lines. The poem describes the power of the wind on nature and human life. The wind is seen by the poet as a symbol of adversities in life. The poet speaks about the positive and negative qualities of the wind. There are three facets of wind presented in the poem: a naughty child, a ragging destructive youth, and a very helpful friend. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of books. You brought rain again. You're very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. It is a beautiful poem in which the poet is talking to the wind and is highlighting its destructive power. He has linked the destructive power of the wind to the adversities of life and says that weak people break down, but stronger people emerge out of the adversity stronger. In the first stanza, the poet requests the wind to come softly and not to break the window shutters and not to scatter the papers. She also requests the wind not to throw down books from the shelf. Then the poet complains to the wind that in spite of his request, it blew strongly and threw the books off the shelf, tore the pages, and brought the rain. In the second stanza, the poet says the wind makes fun of the weaklings and crushes the crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, and crumbling hearts. Here, the word crumbling is repeated many times to emphasize a viewpoint that everything that is weak crumbles in the face of a strong wind. The powerful god of wind winnows human beings. He shifts all people, and those who are weak fall down and get crushed. Here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak. In the last stanza, the poet suggests that the wind will not obey us. The poet wants us to make friends with the wind, that is, to accept the adversities in life. He says that the problems will keep coming in, so we should be prepared to face them. We should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get in. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face the challenges in life. Once we are strong enough, we can overcome all the adversities. If we become strong, the wind will befriend us. The wind supports the strong fires but extinguishes weak fires. The friendship of wind is good, and we should praise the god of wind every day. The poem gives an important message that we should make ourselves mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardships of life. A weak person crumbles down like a weak building. We must make these destructive forces our friends with our strength and determination. And then we will be happy that we had these challenges in our life because they help us become stronger and better. Thanks for watching.